Well, it wouldn't be Florida without this. A heavy tropical rainstorm coming down just prior to kickoff here in Tampa at Raymond James Stadium. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Buffalo Bills and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. The final weekend of the summer. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are as we are off and running on EA Sports. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Allen now on first down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I like the screen being called here early in the game, especially on the opening drive, because, Brandon, when guys come out of the locker room, especially those pass rushers, they are so amped up to get to the quarterback that you can use that against them, and a screen pass is a great way of doing it. A lot of teams against good pass rushing teams, they want to run the screen 10 to 12 times in a game.
Here's Allen on first and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Not much there, only a yard.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. So the shotgun snap to Allen. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 15 yards on the play, first down.
A gain of 15.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. And it's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
From midfield, here's Allen. Going up top for Kupp. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 12. They may have thrown the interception, obviously less than ideal, but I think they also sent a message that they're going to push the ball downfield in this one.
Yeah, not afraid to take their shots right away, huh? What was that, like a 9-9-9 route? 9 meaning go? Just went ahead and went for it. Didn't work out so well because it certainly appeared the defense was prepared. But I'm with you. Okay, so it didn't work this time. Doesn't mean we won't try it again later.
The first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Grant Haley in on the stop. You don't see that a ton, do you? With a cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
The throw on second down by Brady is incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
What a catch, and one-handed, and I'm starting to lose my awe about the play, and maybe I shouldn't. How much of this is the player? How much of it is the glove?
Well, those gloves, they do have a little grip to them,
They get a little extra tackiness to them now, and I know the guys in the NFL, the competition committee, some other places, they're talking about examining those gloves to see if they're having too much of an effect on the game.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here's Devin Singletary. He played in this state at Florida Atlantic. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run. And let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down. Otherwise, it's going to be a long afternoon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun, here's Allen. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack.
A loss of 8 yards.
And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? Wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Allen. Stepping up. He's going to keep it. Pretty nice gain on the scramble. Gets him 12 yards. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
Throwing is Allen on 3rd. Man open, it's Kupp. He's got it. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a 1st down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Call it no gain there, and it brings forth a 3rd and long.
No gain on the play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. And he completes it to the tight end, Knox. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
1st down.
Oftentimes now, offenses aren't nearly as precise as days gone by. They just tell receivers, find an open patch of grass and let the quarterback find you. And that's exactly what they did on that play. First with the pass through the air. Nice chunk of yardage there. And then additional pickup with his legs after the catch.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And the pressure will get to him. He goes down. Now, there is a flag on the play, but this looks like holding on the offense. So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No.
No, not at all.
Allen looks to throw on 2nd down. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. We're scoreless after 1. This offense 2 for 2 on 3rd downs on this drive. They're in for a tough task here, though. 3rd and long. To the air, Allen. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. White drops him for a loss of 10, and it's going to be 4th and long. He punted 5 times in the win last week as this one's away. And the fair catch is made. It's going to pin him back here at the 7-yard line. Officially, that'll be marked down as just a 28-yard punt. And the Bucs are going to take over 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On 1st down, Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
1st and 10.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
Now Brady on the bootleg. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And out across midfield down to the 45. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
At the 45.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? Fournette, a first down carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
1 yard.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Fournette running out of the gun. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
On the carry.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
3rd and 5.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And he's got a first down as the tackle made at the Bills' 29-yard line. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down.
And that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. He'll set up the screen to Fournette. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A very solid gain of 27.
Well, that was a beautifully executed screen pass. They let the rushers get upfield and get the escorts in front, meaning the offensive linemen, other blockers out in front, completed the pass beautifully. So now you've got all that open space with big guys leading the way.
From the 2, here's 1st and goal.
Watch out, watch out. Three. Jim.
And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Cole McDonald, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon.
I'd have to say we're all a little bit surprised there because at his age, with his speed, or should I say lack thereof, the only rushing touchdowns I would expect are on quarterback sneaks. But here, he found all of his guys covered. He said, why not? And by the way, if that doesn't fire up your team to see the veteran like that risking his body for the touchdown, I don't know what will.
Fielded in the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. It hasn't gone particularly well for them. That's obvious. In these conditions, no points so far. They've got to get that offense on track. The question, how do they do it?
It is the age-old question, isn't it? And to me, finding a way to make sure your playmakers touch the ball without it being too exotic. Meaning you don't have to go deep down the field. Maybe you hit them on those short passes on the perimeter. Make sure you just turn around and hand it to your best runner and get out of the way. Don't cause any extra stress on your offense.
2nd and 2 at the 26-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Under 10, under 10, 10.
They'll run out of the gun with Singletary. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line.
Ball carrier. He was
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
The Bills on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Allen now looks to throw. Finding Knox there, complete. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. Allen and Knox teaming up there for Buffalo first down. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go, G, get up the field. Mike 54. Mike 54.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Good work, boy. Let's go. Let's go.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. That'll be caught by Kupp. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done.
25 yards.
25 yards that time.
First down.
And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's taken down inside the 30. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
From the gun, it's Allen. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. 54. Check, check. 54.
Throwing again. Allen. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Cooper Kupp there. And it's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions. Third down here and 10, but you're still in field goal range.
And that's the thing to keep in mind. They're in field goal range. So now you don't take any unnecessary risks, but you try and find a way to get back to what you were doing earlier in the drive in order to finish this one off.
Third down. Allen going for it all. The Bucs defense stiffens and pushes this to fourth down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
Oh, that was never on target. It's no good. Line to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
33-yard line.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Slam. Watch the shit. Check it, reload. Watch the shit. Check. Hey, 66.
On play action, now Brady. And it's intercepted. Picked up by Tremaine Edmonds, the linebacker. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. A final shot before half for Allen. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we've reached halftime with just the lone touchdown here. 7-0 is our score. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report.
To kick off for Buffalo.
Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
19-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Brady. And the Bills are going to get him as he goes down. Ed Oliver, that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
We are seeing two really confident defenses. imposing their will on these offenses in this game.
Yeah, absolutely, going toe for toe. Just curious if one of these offenses can wake up a little bit.
Is there any way they can find something that can pop, something big to knock them back on their heels?
He completes this into the hands of Miller. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
On 3rd down, you'll give them that. You just want to make sure that you play the first down line. They were able to get him down and force the punt.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. Scott to return it. 37 yards on the punt with no return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
Their own 33-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And, Charles, they're certainly still right in this game, but they need that offense to wake up and in a hurry.
Yeah, I like the way you put it. They certainly did seem to sleepwalk a bit in the first half. Now that their defense has done its job, it's their turn now to go out and try and get some points.
That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make this a 2nd and 13. He throws there, incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Allen. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
And Bojorquez on to punt as he gets it away. It's taken to the 26. 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself. Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Again, it's Fournette. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
A shotgun give to Fournette. Tackle made there by Matt Milano.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
From the 39, Brady. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Brady. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go, defense. Let's get out the field, defense. Quick dance.
They'll try to punch it in with Fournette. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. And this is no good. Missed the PAT, so they fail to connect, and this remains a 13-0 game.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
At their own 24-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
The 2nd and 10 now as we roll along in the third quarter from Tampa.
45. Check.
To throw again. Allen. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Trying to get the run game going. This is Fournette. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Absolutely not. He finally felt like, whoa, a sigh of relief. We got something going in the running game.
No. Slam. Check three. Undercrush. Watch twist. Check four.
They keep it with Fournette on 1st down. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Let's go, D. 36. Alpha. You got tight right there. Switch it.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up 1st and goal.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed. And he's able to get to the 2nd level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. I always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Now they'll throw with Brady. And he's going to be dropped back at the 15-yard line. The sack by Harold Landry, the former Boston College Eagle.
Well, there's still time to rectify this situation because the silver lining, they took a sack on 1st and goal. But that close to the goal line, that still definitely hurts.
1st down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. Now Leonard Fournette. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
On the carry.
Partner, I know we're in a goal-to-go situation, but my goodness, think about running the ball here. Not even a thought, is it?
Defensively, they're in a prime spot.
And I think the defensive guys are probably expressing themselves to them as well. I wouldn't run it here, guys. You might want to try throwing it.
Brady now on 3rd and goal. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A terrific job there to keep him out of the end zone. And now it'll be 4th and goal. So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Tucker McCann on for the field goal. An 18-yard attempt.
McCann's kick up and good. And that's going to make this a 16-0 ball game. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're still in this game. I mean, yeah, you haven't scored. Offense obviously has struggled, but you're only 2 scores down, so all hope not lost.
Not at all, because we're talking about the NFL, and teams can score fast in this league. Quick strikes, you're right back in it. You're exactly right. Keeping hope alive.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. Decent start there to the drive. Big hill to climb, needing 2 touchdowns, also a 2-2-point conversion.
So, partner, how do you eat an elephant?
I don't eat an elephant. Who eats elephant?
Well, if you do it 1 bite at a time. Okay. That's the way they've got to play this, one play at a time. Yes, there's urgency, but they have to be careful as well.
Let's go with like a 50-ounce ribeye. One bite at a time.
All right, I'm with you.
And that is incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, but it's going to be 2nd down.
Too many zeros on the stat sheet thus far. No touchdown passes, no points for his team, but he remains undaunted. Still attempting to get his team on the scoreboard, firing the ball downfield.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen. Again, he targets Kupp, and this time he's got it. And this is going to lead to another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 35. That one good for 26 and a 1st down. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Again, they'll throw with Allen. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. And 50 yards to left. 50 yards to left. Cut. Left.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll get this underneath to Singletary. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Throwing again on second down. Allen. That's complete right around the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Davis.
A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Bills get a bit closer.
And on this play, he just made a great route. The quarterback had to deliver it, sure, but a great route run there.
And, Brandon, this is what the best receivers do. They work on their route running because it's one thing to have athletic ability, but to really get open, you have to set up defensive backs with different routes and be precise in your cuts.
Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. No, ready. 45 to Mike. 45 to Mike.
And again, it's Allen. And they're going to get the 2. It's caught.
Is successful.
So they get the conversion. And now we're back to a one-score game.
8. Tyler Bass to kick off for Buffalo.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Pretty move. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
19-yard line.
The Bucs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 16.
Mike 58 right there. What's the curl? What's the curl? What's the curl? Alert! Check, check. Fresno. Alert! Shit.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Going deep this time for Miller. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by David Long. And they finally put an end to this return, but not before he's all the way down to the 37. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. You got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
They'll run it again with Fournette. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 yards there, 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Fournette on the counter. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
That's the ball carrier.
The tackle is made by Micah Hyde.
45-yard line.
Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Brady gives this one off to Jones. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. And now the question everyone's wondering, look at the clock, late 4th quarter, do they put the ball in the air here on 3rd?
I don't. I run the football, and I tell my offensive line, no leakage up front. I don't want my running back hit as I hand the ball off to him. I don't want any type of an issue. But if I am going to throw it, quick throw, out to the perimeter, maybe one of my best receivers running a quick slant or something like that.
Brady to throw. Looking downfield for Godwin. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own.
I'm surprised with the lead in a one-score game this late. They're even putting the ball in the air in that situation.
Almost makes me feel like the head coach might be second-guessing himself by not clicking on and saying, all we're doing is running it here. But give credit to the guys on defense. They made a play that they absolutely had to have to give themselves a chance to be in this game.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
Well, they have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. In his own end zone, it's Allen. Now a desperation throw. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with 65 seconds remaining.
First down, Buffalo.
Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Devin White in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Allen to throw. He's going to let it fly. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the two-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory. I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
Today's final
So
score.
fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And I think the game balls need to be distributed on the defensive side of the football, and I bet that you would agree.
Yeah, if you hold a team under 10 points, that's a job well done. Really well done. So I would say game balls for every starter and every key player who participated in this game.
Now, see, I only like one game ball. You're handing out multiple. Although I set you up by saying game balls plural, but I
like where we're going with this. Though you say one to represent like the best player of all of that, and I say multiples so that you keep everyone motivated and involved.
You're a man of the people.
I'm a man of the people. I thought I was the only child.
You get a game ball, and you get a game ball. Game balls for everybody. So for the Buccaneers, they make amends for their Week 1 loss by winning their home opener. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Carolina Panthers. Meanwhile, for Buffalo, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll have a tough one at home next week against the Denver Broncos.